Thank you. Gracias, benvinguts a tothom. Thank you for coming on this warm evening. Nice, there's a little bit of a breeze. Parents, guests, both presential and at home, welcome. As well as all our staff, our students, graduating seniors. It's an honor as well to have us with us once again, Rafa, and our very special guest, Ona. I really feel completely inadequate with you here with us, so thank you for coming. A little intro for Ona. After being a mother in August of 2020, Ona returned to competition and will participate in a month in her third Olympic Games. Throughout her life, she has been a great example of self-improvement and has already become a benchmark when it comes to reconciling motherhood with elite sports. Es una nadadora y tiene más medallas que nadie en los campeonatos del mundo de natación sincronizado. Más medallas que el octe, casi más medallas que el octe y Phelps, justo detrás de ellos. Además, ha escrito varios libros, hace conferencias. Entonces, Ona, en serio, muchísimas gracias por venir. Es un placer. We are still in the midst of this awful pandemic. Estamos aún con esta pandemia, pero hay una luz al final del túnel. Por favor, mantener la distancia, lavar las manos, utilizar las máscaras cuando estáis por debajo de la distancia. Al final de la ceremonia, por favor, esperad a que yo os diga cuándo podéis salir. At the end of the ceremony, please wait until I ask you to leave. Hablando de la pandemia, a recent survey I read, 70% of everybody, oh, is everyone standing up? Sorry, sit down, please sit down. I apologize. Sorry. Thank you. In a recent survey, I read that 70% of everyone, at least in Europe, has been greatly affected by this pandemic. A significant effect. They say that the main difference is that they are ever more grateful for those things that they take for granted in everyday life. I am also very grateful for all these things that I've been made to appreciate through the pandemic. Todas las cosas que dábamos por sentado, la pandemia nos ha abierto los ojos. Así que gracias. Me siento privilegiado el poder estar en un país como este donde estemos protegidos. También me gustaría agradecer a Rafa. Muchísimas gracias por haber creado esta academia. Estoy seguro que hay muchísimos estudiantes que jamás hubiesen tenido esta oportunidad en sus vidas para llegar hasta donde están llegando. Y por parte de todos nosotros, and from the bottom of our heart, thank you for creating this wonderful academy. I would also like to thank all the organizers and support staff that create such wonderful events, including all the wonderful maintenance staff that are often hidden, but without which all this would not be possible. A special thank you as well to all the coaches and tennis staff, guardians, and all the other different departments that are involved in such a wonderful academy. Finally, thank you to all you, the parents, not only for entrusting us with your kids, but also for making this such a special place. So thank you very much. So, congratulations, class of 2021. This show is for you. You have made it. Lo habéis logrado. Han sido 2 años increíblemente duros. pero lo habréis logrado. Os acordaréis de esto todas vuestras vidas y habréis aprendido lecciones muy importantes. Estuve mirando el yearbook, el libro anuario, y vi también una foto de los estudiantes del 2016. I saw a photo of the students of 2016. Some of you are with us today. Mark, Maxim, Luca, Tony, Vlad, Elsa, Yannick, Emma, Pau, Sandra, Milu. Well done. It's so nice to see you all grown up from when you were such young rascals. So it's really exciting to have you all here today. Well done. So the agenda for us today is that I will welcome Rafa onto the stage. We will have honor. We will then have the speeches, the co-academic principals here, our wonderful valedictorians and a representative of the Nadal family, myself, and then we will commence the diploma ceremony. So without further ado, I welcome to the stage what I like to call my boss, Rafa Nadal. Thank you.
Not a good start. That was like my last match in Roland Garros. Buenas tardes a todos. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Familias, estudiantes, profesores, quiero daros la bienvenida y felicitaros por este curso académico que hoy concluye. Es una tarde muy especial y me alegra muchísimo poder compartirla con todos vosotros. Antes de comenzar, me gustaría dar las gracias a Ona Carbonell, que amablemente ha accedido a aceptar nuestra invitación para venir hoy a compartir este día tan especial, a pesar de su calendario, que hoy es tan complicado. Ona, en primer lugar, enhorabuena por tu reciente maternidad. Nos alegra mucho ver que Kai está genial y que además ya ha visto cómo su madre ha vuelto a competir y a ganar medallas. Creo que has sido un ejemplo de cómo conciliar la maternidad con el deporte de élite y eso ayudará a muchas otras atletas que te vean como un ejemplo a seguir. Me gustaría que todos los estudiantes y jóvenes deportistas que hoy están aquí se fijasen en tus valores y en el sacrificio que has hecho durante toda tu vida para lograr los objetivos en un deporte tan exigente como es la natación sincronizada y artística. Eres un referente en lo deportivo y también en lo personal. Y precisamente por tus valores nos hace muchísima ilusión que estés hoy aquí con nosotros. Aprovecho también para desearte toda la suerte del mundo en tus próximos objetivos, especialmente en los Juegos Olímpicos de Tokio, que falta poquito. Bueno, estamos aquí todos en la graduación, un día único en vuestras vidas que simboliza el final de una etapa importantísima y el comienzo de un periodo muy ilusionante. En primer lugar, quiero dirigirme a los padres y familiares de los estudiantes para deciros una sola palabra en mi nombre y en el de todos los que hacen posible este proyecto. Gracias. Gracias por confiar en nosotros para ayudaros a formar a vuestros hijos. Muchos de ellos han compartido con nosotros algunos de los años más importantes de sus vidas. Algo que para nosotros suponía una gran responsabilidad. Esperamos haber cumplido vuestras expectativas y que vuestros hijos, además de grandes estudiantes, se hayan convertido en personas preparadas para encarar con garantía su futuro, sea cual sea el que decidan. Vosotros, padres y familias, os habéis convertido en el pilar fundamental de este colegio. Sin vosotros, este proyecto no sería lo que es hoy, porque gracias a vuestro apoyo, a vuestros consejos y a vuestra implicación, hemos conseguido ser una gran familia. Porque al final todos tenemos el mismo objetivo: cuidar y formar a las personas que más queréis y que hoy viven un día muy especial. Sabemos que somos humanos y que a veces cometemos fallos. Pero lo que tenemos garantizado es el esfuerzo y el compromiso para dejarnos todo por estos niños, a los que nos hemos dedicado en cuerpo y alma. Por eso no me cansaré de repetiros a todas las familias lo mismo. Muchísimas gracias. Secondly, I would like to say a few words to the teachers and all the staff of the school. I would like to congratulate you on your hard work at a very important stage for all of us. It's thanks to your commitment that these students are graduating today. Teaching is not easy. I am well aware of that. And that's why it makes me so happy to know that here at the school, we have a very professional team, very well prepared and with a great experience to ensure that we can provide the best possible education. I also know all the efforts you have made in these complicated times, making possible the online classes and assisting students and players that had to study during their tennis tournaments. Y además de los profesores, quería dar el reconocimiento que merecen a todo el personal de administración, de mantenimiento, de cocina, de limpieza y a todos los que hacen posible que esto funcione de la mejor manera posible. Tenemos unas grandes instalaciones, pero que como veis seguimos ampliando y su labor escondida y humilde hace que nosotros podamos disfrutar de ellas a diario. Y por último, me quiero dirigir a los grandes protagonistas del día, a los 39 estudiantes y alumnos que hoy os graduáis. Primero de todo, muchísimas felicidades. En el futuro estaremos siguiendo vuestros pasos y alegrándonos de todos vuestros éxitos profesionales y personales, que estoy seguro de que serán muchos. Pero he de deciros que no todos serán alegrías y que seguro que tendréis momentos complicados en el camino, periodos de dudas y muchos obstáculos que se interpondrán entre vosotros y vuestros objetivos. Y serán esos momentos difíciles los que os ayudarán a crecer como estudiantes, como tenistas, como profesionales y como personas. En esos momentos deberéis tener la humildad suficiente para asumir las situaciones complicadas, mirar al futuro con optimismo y poner los medios para superar todas las barreras que tengáis por delante. Y a partir de ahí solo hay una forma, la de trabajar más, luchar más y sacrificarse al máximo. A veces lograréis lo que buscáis en un corto periodo de tiempo y a veces tardaréis más en conseguirlo, pero si dais el 100%, creo que tendréis lo más importante en esta vida, que es la satisfacción personal de no poder reprocharos nada. You know that I don't usually give much advices, but if there is one thing I have learned over the years, it is to always try to pick myself up after difficult situations. Soon you will realize that nothing in your lives is easy. It will be then that you will have to put into practice everything you have learned from your families and your teachers. I have told to previous students something that I repeat you today because for me it is something fundamental. Always surround yourself with good people and stay away from those harmful people who do not contribute anything to you. If you rely on your family, on your good friends, friendships, and good mentors, everything will be a little bit easier for you. This is the only way you will be able to be a role model in the future and help the people you will meet in your life. Finally, I would like to congratulate you once again and take this opportunity to tell you that today we are not saying goodbye. It's just a see you later, because you know that here will always be your home and your family, and that your teachers and coaches will always welcome you with open arms. Aquí siempre será su casa, vuestra casa, y esperemos que en el futuro nos podamos encontrar. Creo que a todos nos hace una gran ilusión cuando vemos a los alumnos graduados volver a la academia y podernos encontrar de nuevo. Ya ha ocurrido varias veces desde que se abrió la academia y es un momento especial y que todos nos sentimos muy orgullosos de que eso suceda. O sea que toda la suerte del mundo, a encarar el futuro con la máxima ilusión, con predisposición positiva y seguro que vais a tener un futuro muy prometedor. A continuación, Ona, repito, mil gracias por estar aquí. Para nosotros es un día muy especial y que tú seas la persona que va a dar el discurso nos hace una gran ilusión y seguro que a todos ellos también. O sea que te cedo la palabra. Bienvenida y muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias, Rafa, por tus palabras. Es para mí un honor estar hoy aquí. Estoy segura que si mi hijo Kai le gusta el tenis, vendrá aquí a estudiar y a practicar deporte y aprender esta carrera maravillosa que es el deporte, que nos enseña valores para la vida. Buenas tardes a todos. Dear teachers, coaches, Rafa Nadal Academy staff, but also parents and especially students. It's an honor being with you today, sharing this unforgettable moment with all of you. Graduating is always a special occasion, but finishing this period of your life here in this magnificent academy is something to be proud of. Si no estoy equivocada, en las anteriores promociones habéis tenido célebres padrinos que han compartido con vosotros valores, conocimiento y algunas anécdotas. Roger Federer, Pau Gasol o David Ferrer han sido testimonios extraordinarios del talento que produce esta cantera de tenistas. Me alegra formar parte de esta lista y poder sumarme aportando mi granito de arena, compartiendo algunos de los valores que tanto esta academia como yo, y seguro que vosotros, compartís. As you may know, growing and developing yourself is something else than just playing tennis. I'm totally convinced that this academy has offered you a lot of learnings and a lot of assistance in order to improve yourself, your backhand and your drop shot in the court. Some of you could have developed your tennis skills much more than others, and after you stay here, you are a much more mature player than the kid who arrived some years ago. But regardless your tennis level and how much you have improved, what you all have to bring to your homes and your countries are the values that tennis and especially Rafa have shown to you during these years. De hecho, es ahí donde me gustaría extenderme un poco. El deporte me ha enseñado muchas cosas. Es evidente que los deportes de equipo individuales tienen algunas diferencias. ¿Y qué decir de lo poco en común que tienen el tenis y los deportes acuáticos? Pero sí tienen algunas cosas en común con cualquier disciplina. Con eso que tanto nos ha dado el querido deporte. El trabajo bien hecho, la repetición hasta llegar a la excelencia. Evidentemente, a menudo, con algo de sufrimiento, sí, pero sin quejarse. Empezando cada día de nuevo hasta llegar a nuestro objetivo, que no debe de ser otro que mejorar y dar siempre el 100% de nosotros mismos. Me gustaría brevemente explicaros un poco mi experiencia desde que empecé en el equipo nacional español. Empecé a los 13, 14 años y desde aquel día hasta hoy pues entreno una media de 10, 11 horas al día, 6 días a la semana y como podréis comprender me quedan pocas horas para estudiar, pero nunca he dejado de estudiar. Empecé la ESO a distancia, el bachillerato y posteriormente la universidad también a distancia. Pero siempre he continuado estudiando, porque creo que el mejor deportista es el deportista que se culturiza, que sale de la burbuja del deporte, que intenta adaptarse al máximo y que por mucho sufrimiento que haya, intenta ser mejor persona. Para mí es muy importante y creo que no hay gran deportista que no haya estudiado, que no se haya esforzado fuera de, en vuestro caso, las pistas y en mi caso la piscina. Por tanto, os animo a que sigáis estudiando, que una cosa, estudiar al máximo no significa no poder ser el mejor deportista, al revés. Y yo creo que esta pandemia, este momento tan difícil que hemos pasado todos, nos ha enseñado una cosa muy importante, que el deporte nos la enseña a diario, que es el poder de la adaptación. La pandemia nos ha enseñado a adaptarnos a las circunstancias, a las personas, a los momentos. Y esto es muy importante para vosotros, que sois jóvenes y os queda mucho por delante. Tenéis que adaptaros a todo y a todas las circunstancias para poder dar el máximo de vosotros mismos. Y eso también implica estudiar, aunque sean las 10, 11 o 12 de la noche y aunque estéis muy, muy cansadas del entrenamiento. Os doy toda mi energía porque yo, sin mis estudios y sin mi esfuerzo fuera del agua, no habría conseguido todos los éxitos que he conseguido. Pero si el tenis y la natación artística tienen algunas cosas en común con cualquier disciplina, con eso es el trabajo bien hecho. la repetición hasta llegar a la excelencia. Evidentemente, a menudo, con algo de sufrimiento. Sí, sin quejarse, pero dando el máximo cada día. Let me share some personal memories. I started my professional career at the age of 13 when I moved to Car Sant Cugat, the Rafa Nadal Academy of Artistic Swimming, to live there. At such initial age, you can how successful your career can be or how many victories you get. But I remember some sort of first feeling at that time. For the first time in my life, I was able to carry out one of my dreams, which was training with the best, and by the best, having the opportunity to develop myself with the best tools and coaches. I felt blessed and thankful. Estoy segura de que esa misma sensación la habéis experimentado todos vosotros. Ganar o perder forma parte del proceso de aprendizaje. Un camino que a algunos nos lleva a ser profesionales del deporte que amamos y a otros a entenderlo mejor desde fuera, aplicando sus enseñanzas en otros campos de la vida. En todo caso, compartiréis que no se trata de ganar o perder, de llegar o no a ser profesionales, creedme, sino de darlo todo, de entrenar para mejorar día a día, para poder aprovechar las oportunidades que tenemos, los entrenadores que tenemos. Eso es una de las virtudes que admiro de Rafa Nadal. Y es eso lo que seguro también habéis aprendido en esta academia. You all have big things ahead of you now. Take advantage of all you have learned here. And don't forget the spirit, the values, and the best atmosphere of this academy. Do your best. Give your 100%. Always, everywhere. That's the biggest learning and the biggest present you can all take with you. Dear students, many congratulations y aprovechar y disfrutar del día que es vuestro día. Muchas gracias.
Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And this is the end. But imagine ending any story of a 5-year relationship with the happiness that these students will toss their caps. And for teachers too, this day is the end of a relationship, which is a difficult thing to understand, to describe. Every great story has complementary characters. And during each of these 5 years, it has been my great honor to speak as a representative of the teachers and all of the people at the school who helped reach this end. So I want to start by thanking the staff for all that they do, for being the complementary characters in your story. I also want to speak about another story's end that happened a couple of weeks ago, the last day of classes. The last day these students walked through these doors as boys and girls. On the last day, they had a test, because of course they did. And as the students finished, they came forward to say goodbye and to walk forth into the world. It was an overwhelming emotional end. They stood before us, one last appraisal, one last moment before the end of their youth, before crossing onto the battlefield, crossing a threshold to take a step which was both the end and the beginning. Whether your RNIS story began years ago or more recently, we have taken this journey together. And now is the beginning. For once you were girls and boys, and now you are men, and now you are women. The footsteps you will take, leaving these doors, will mark you. This moment is the end of innocence and the beginning of consequence. The beginning of the journey of your life. Time to pen the next chapter. So write your name in bold strokes on the history books. Be one that they remember. This day This day, this end, it means it's time to begin. The moment between then and now is the end and the beginning. So begin to make a difference. Begin to matter. Begin to be fearless. Begin to be the change that you want to see in the world. Now is the end of childish insecurity. Now is the end of the beautiful selfishness of youth, where little things matter too much. Now is the end. Now begins a new chapter of knowing the truth of yourself, of walking with purpose, of understanding the world and all of its bigger things. No longer seen from a child's eyes. You now have become the guardians of our now, and so must begin to understand the impact of your touch, the impact of your words and your actions. Now is the end, and now is the beginning. But now, too, is the middle. Because this change of becoming, of meaning something, of being powerful, starts from within, in your very middle, where is your heart, your soul, the you that is you. And from the end of this to the beginning of that, every end, every beginning in your life, in the middle is you, and all you hold in it, which at the beginning is your mother and father, your parents and family. They kept your middle open and safe so you could fill it with you. Then you have become the you that you have become and are still becoming. Thank your parents. Thank them often. Thank them sincerely. For today is a major moment in their story, too. And just as a cheeky aside to my son, who is soon to be, your mother and I have a space in our middle as big as the world for you. Sorry, students. As you head into the great wide yonder, we teachers want to thank you for letting us be a part of this middle and hope you know we will be here whenever you need. As Rafa said, this is your home. And to remind you to hold space in your middle for new friends and new loves and learnings and failures, new dreams. You need to make room in your middle for the new you that takes parts of this end and the next beginning to make the pages of your story. So please, as you turn them, grasp the opportunity to have your storyline intertwine with others. Develop empathy for this current era of fear, distance, and masks. Do yourself the favor of letting others into your story, because you will be more for the more you let in. Our stories are richer for having let you in. But do find the balance so you don't drown to wash in the influence of others. Hold integrity in your beliefs, and in so doing, make sure you find your voice from deep within. In life, there will be ends, but every end must be treated as a new beginning. And between the two is always the middle, where there is the hero of your story, you. Stay true to your middle. Keep it powerful. Keep it open. Keep it you through and through. Thank you.
And now, if I can welcome to the stage Caroline, Mark, Henrietta. Caroline and Henrietta are valedictorians, and Mark in representation of the family.
Family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates, we did it. One of the most significant milestones of our lives, high school graduation. This accomplishment is not only one of personal dedication, but also of great pride. And I'm not gonna lie, it still doesn't even feel real yet. Throughout the last few weeks, writing this speech, we've had the opportunity to reflect on our time spent here. This academy holds a very special place in our heart, but more importantly, it is the people here who made that so.
First of all, thank you to our co-principals, Alice and Thais. for all your hard work throughout the entire school year. Additionally, thank you to the teachers and faculty who we did not have the privilege to take classes with during our senior year or the duration of our time spent here, as well as the Rafa Nadal Academy staff who still put enormous effort in order to make these unforgettable years possible.
Miss B, thank you for your relentless trust built since the first day we met. The last 2 years, you taught me to believe in myself and to constantly reach for the best. You made me a better student by repeatedly showing me your unconditional support. The thought of always being able to rely on you and ask you for help got me through some of the most difficult decisions I had to make this past year.
Elena, thank you so much for your consistent hard work and dedication to us throughout the entire year. No matter how great the challenge was you were presented with, you always sought a solution and the way to best support us. Also, when faced with the challenge of making big decisions, your wise words helped me to push myself outside of my comfort zone. And rather than choosing a safe and comfortable option, to take an uncertain risk that would ultimately have great returns. So thank you.
Sam, thank you for all the hard work you've put in every lesson. Your creativity and determination was a great motivation for our entire class. But most importantly, we have to say thank you for your patience every time we try to find an excuse to not do the work. Rob, thank you for always taking care of our class and making sure we had everything we needed.
María Antonieta, gracias por enseñarme lo que es la disciplina y la perseverancia. Estoy muy agradecido por todo lo que has hecho por mí durante todos estos años. Luis, gracias por todos los momentos compartidos fuera y dentro de las aulas, por todas esas mañanas ayudándome con mis futuros estudios y tener tanta paciencia conmigo.
Miro, thank you for your positive attitude and your willingness to tolerate all of our petty fights during the PE lessons. Tarun, I can't even express the gratitude I hold towards you. Your passionate approach managed to revive my love for mathematics, and I can't thank you enough for every lesson we would spend solving thousands of problems and for every time you asked me if I'm okay. I know I'm not alone when I say that you've been the best math teacher any student could wish for.
Tom, thank you for always being there for us, whether just to listen or to give great advice. You've taught us all lessons that extend far beyond the classroom and will forever help us throughout life. Your passion for helping others is always made evident by the care that you have for your students.
Jose, first of all, we would like to thank you for every minute you spend worrying about our futures, but meanwhile taking care of us in the present. Personally, I have to thank you for the countless conversations we had and the enormous amount of advice you gave me. You became one of the most important people in my life, and I can't thank you enough for all the help you provided for each and every one of us. You have been in charge of building this great family, and couldn't have done it any better. Theus, where do I even begin? Thank you is a good start, but those words can express even the fractions of the amount of appreciation we all have for you. When I first came to the Rafa Nadal International School, I was the quiet kid. I was the quiet kid, and I was terrified to look up. You took me under your wing. You taught me how to overcome every obstacle that would cross my path and showed me how to hold my head high. Your encouragement and support allow me to thrive as a student here, and I will be forever thankful for the opportunity you gave me to become a better person.
Theus, you continued to challenge each of us to be the best version of ourselves. Through both work in class and efforts outside, you also strive to make the RNAS community a better place. By teaching far beyond the classroom, you've equipped us all with the skills necessary for success in the future. And most importantly, you've helped us develop not only as students, but as global citizens. Although your pop quizzes, insanely long tests, and 27 paragraph essays were definitely not appreciated at times, I do not even have the words to express how grateful we all are to have a teacher like you.
Yes, I came here without barely knowing English. I wasn't able to communicate with people. I couldn't write the proper essay. I still remember the first year of school when you were teaching me geography and I had no idea about it. I was just saying yes to everything. How are you? Yes. What's the biggest river in the world? Yes. What a disaster. But here I am today, speaking and thanking all of you. Anyway, I just want to say that I really appreciate your commitment, not only to me, to all of us. It has been a long journey and I enjoyed every moment. Alice, even though I just had you for 1 year, thanks for improving my English skills and for adapting to us and make everything look much easier.
Alice, I will always remember the first hug you gave me. At the time, I felt helpless, but your love and compassion made me realize that I'm in the right place. You impacted my life more than you can even imagine, not only by your amazing teaching, but also by showing me how to be more caring and kind-hearted person. By having the privilege to be your student for the last 2 years, I know that coming to this school was the best decision I've ever made.
Alice, you've been my English teacher for the past 3 years, and it feels as though my first class with you during sophomore year was only yesterday. Your varied methods of teaching appeal to all students in the classroom, and your strenuous efforts are clearly shown by the improvements we have made as both students and individuals. I aspire to be just as organized as you are because I honestly still wonder how you could make so many things possible all at once. Your wise words of advice have always helped me at just the right times, and I cannot thank you enough because without them I would not be the same person that I am today. You have all taught us countless lessons both inside and outside of the classroom we will forever remember and cherish. Although it breaks my heart having to leave here in just a few days, I have confidence in the fact you've all impacted our lives in so many ways which will bring us immense success in the future.
Beside the teachers, I would like to thank the fitness and tennis coaches who have had an immense impact on our lives here. Gracias Josep y Jaume por sacarme una sonrisa de buena mañana y hacer de mí un mejor atleta. Gracias Tomás Salva por enseñarme de todo menos de tenis. Gracias Ches Muñoz y Alejandro por hacerme reír y sentirme a gusto en cada entreno. Gracias Nacho y James por ayudarme a crecer como tenista y persona. Toni, moltes gràcies per preocupar-te dia a dia per als jugadors i entrenadors. Gràcies per dedicar-te el temps i esforç per als tenistes a aconsegueixin els seus objectius. Encara que jo ho vaig deixar anar ja que m'havia menys que una paraula. Lastly, I would like to thank Rafa because thanks to you and what you have built up here, I was able to grow as a student and as a person. But most importantly, I was able to meet amazing people. Moltes gràcies a tu i a la família per deixar-me tenir l'oportunitat de formar part de tot això.
We would also like to thank the countless families that are here today. You have all taken the time to unconditionally love and support us. You have made sacrifices for the benefit of our success. Despite the ongoing pandemic, many of you have traveled a long way to be here for us today. So genuinely, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, because we could not have been able to do this without you.
Lastly, we want to thank the entire class of 2021, because without you guys, these amazing years of our lives would not have even been possible. Speaking for the non-tennis students, we are certainly the most passionate class that this school has ever seen. We fought and we cried, then we cried a little bit more, but more importantly, through it all, we created friendships that will last a lifetime. When I first came here, I was focused on exhausting all the resources I could to further my education. However, I didn't expect one of the resources to be the people I would meet. You have all taught me more than I could even imagine, and these lessons I'll cherish forever.
To the tennis players, you guys have become our second family, and a little too much so at times. From the sibling-like petty fights to the almost immediate sincere forgiveness, the love and support that we have for one another is unparalleled. No matter how long someone has been here, whether 5 whole years or just one, the connection that we share and the bonds that we have made are unfathomable. Living with each other through moments of great sadness and others of absolute bliss has shaped us into the people that we are today and taught us how to care for one another with patience, kindness, and true understanding of compassion. Coming from all corners of the world, we have learned to adapt to the needs of others while still staying true to ourselves. I'm confident in saying that I've made some of my best memories here, and these bonds will last a lifetime.
One specific memory that I feel truly encompassed is the senior beach day, which we spent at the beach together. That day, we all realized how united we are. Honestly, I don't know how else to explain it other than it was such a vibe. Another memory that I won't forget is the day our entire class, 2021, went to Palma. We all had a lot of fun together. What a night it was. I'm just not gonna say how it ended. I just want to say thanks to all of you because it has been an amazing 5 years, guys.
Although our senior year may not have been everything that was anticipated due to the obvious ongoing situation, we still made the most of it. Now, we have successfully accomplished one of our milestones, but we are nowhere near finished yet. We still have so much to do and so much more to prove to the world. Today, we are entering the scary yet exciting life of adulthood, and we are expected, for the first time in our lives, to find our own unexplored path. We need to be bold and never settle for less. Because as Winston Churchill said, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Rafa, Honor, Theus, valedictorians, Mark, many wise words. It is hot. It is hot. So please, please, if you're thirsty, drink some water. Try and, keep hydrated. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. So on my side, I'd like to just give some words of wisdom as well. There's a lot to take in, I know. Hay mucho que afrontar. Pero me gustaría hablar sobre tres cositas. I would like to talk about passion, bravery, and kindness. Pasión, valentía y generosidad. Pasión. Muchas veces se nos dice, seguid nuestros sueños, follow our dreams, follow our passions. But that's such a horrible thing to say. Many times we don't have a clue what our passions are. Least of all nowadays. Follow your passions. I have too many choices. Too many choices. And when I think about it, cuando pienso sobre pasiones, ¿qué es lo que me gusta? Me viene a la cabeza una historia de mis tres hijas cuando voy a comprar helados con ellas. When I go and buy ice creams with my three daughters, that's what I think about when I think about passion. When I was a young kid, I used to go and buy ice cream. I used to be so happy in the morning. Chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. Great. I knew exactly what I wanted. Chocolate. I go in the ice cream shop, I buy it, I come out, I am the happiest kid alive. Nowadays, I go with my three daughters. They are happy in the morning. Voy con mis tres hijas, están contentas por la mañana. Entran a la heladería y ya empiezan los problemas. You start with the problems. There is too much choice. There's about 40 flavor ice creams. The arguments start. I want that flavor. No, I don't. I want that flavor. Actually, I changed my mind. I want this flavor. They walk out the ice cream shop. I've never seen them so unhappy. The unhappiest. And this is a bit of what I think about when I think about passion. What is it that we like? We can't possibly know what we like. So a learning from this, algo que tenemos que entender cuando nos dicen que sigamos nuestra pasión, nuestros sueños, es que la pasión no es algo que encontramos. Passion is something we develop. We have to nurture passion. Secondly, passion is challenging to pursue your passion, especially when it wanes over time. La pasión a veces cambia en el tiempo, entonces tenemos que mimarla. Bravery, valentía. People often ask me, what do you mean by bravery? Do you mean being a hero, ser un héroe? No, I don't mean that. Bravery, I mean, is about going about your day-to-day business being brave. Sé valiente en tu día a día. No hagáis excusas. Do not procrastinate. Tomad responsabilidad de vuestras acciones. No tengáis miedo del fracaso. No pasa nada. No le deis el poder del aún no, the power of not yet. Absolutely not. Don't let fear drive your decisions. Be brave. I have students that come to my office more often than not because it's bad news. Something has gone wrong. And I talk to them about something called the Valley of Excuses. Theus mentioned earlier on about childhood. And I have very clear in my head, some adults never ever go beyond childhood. And what do I mean by that? Because they have 1,000 excuses throughout their lives. They are not brave. Why didn't you achieve this? Because of this and the other. Well, in that case, I will continue to treat you like a child because you are still in the valley of excuses. There are many people who, however, in moments like these, that surpass the valley of excuses into adulthood. So be brave, surpass the valley of excuses so that you can become an adult. And finally, generosidad, be caring. Pero ¿por qué ser generosos? Why do we want to care? It is true, there is a lot of research about caring. It does actually make you live longer, believe it or not, if you care. It reduces stress. It makes you happier. Everyone is researching about happiness. What is the magic formula to be happy nowadays? It improves mental well-being. And happiness is contagious, es contagioso, el ser generoso. People tend to want to be generous once they have been people kind to them. But when I think about generosity, I think about empathy. Cuando yo pienso de generosidad, pienso de empatía. En este colegio vivimos en una cultura muy diversa, llena de gente de todo el mundo, pensamientos diferentes, formas de ver la vida diferentes. It is your ability to really understand another person, to put yourself in their shoes, to really empathize with them, which enables you to be generous. Barack Obama, he mentioned that we have to admit the possibility that the other side might sometimes have a point. And this is true. The ability to not work in a world where everyone's point of view is so polar that you cannot disagree with someone amicably. Empathize. You have to empathize. Bring kindness. Be kind. Wherever you go, bring kindness. And you are role models, so you must foster kindness. When I read about empathy and kindness, it energizes me to speak to people with different points of view. Me entra muchísima energía de entender diferentes puntos de vista, de meterme en los zapatos de otras personas y querer entender que a lo mejor su punto de vista diferente, pues algo de razón puede que tengan. Viendo vuestras caras aquí con nosotros hoy, nos hace increíblemente orgullosos. I know that you won't shy away from the world you are going to live in. So please, be passionate, be brave, and be kind. Thank you very much. We will now give way to the graduation ceremony. If you can help me, please. So if I can ask Rafa, please, to come up. I think there's a spot here marked for you. Thank you. So what we'll do is we'll take the photos, and in the context of last year, we will have them take the photo with the diploma. So when you come down, please take your mask off and then come down with the diploma and hold it open for the photo with Rafa. Okay? Wonderful. So Santiago John Aguado Veronis. Marc Alborg Nadal. Marc, ábrelo para la foto. Thank you, Mark. Max George Basing. Maxime Antoinette Bibar. Marcelo Bosone. Gabriela Cerdo Schumann. Luka Slevic. Madison May Coleman. Angelita Stefania Condurace Stanchu. Pablo Jorge Garrido Núñez. Adliomal Gazzarelli. Milo Gazziboda. Gina Gelabert Sánchez. Phil Gruninger. Henry Khan Habib Kani. Caroline Grace Hanna. Lucas Heller. Valeria Lagoa Yadó. Henrietta Licha. Nora Moi Karjalainen. Natalia Montes Rigo. Sven Moser. Antoni Nadal Vives. Rocco Palombarini. Alain Bruno Antoine Parel. Vlad Alexandru Popescu. Rebecca Sofia Puigcerós Fernández. Elsa Pamelo Rigo Terren. Daniel Rincón Yagu. Smila Astrid Roslund. Yannick Rolf Schutz. Luca René Charles Seabrook Rosenfeld. Abdera Khaled Hussain Shelba. Emma Katarina Stauber. Arno Jules Tesi. Nicolás Baca Grisales. Pau Tony Baquer Dalmau. Sandra Velasco Pérez. And last but not least, Carmen Vidal Palamero. Thank you. Ona, if I could ask you to come on stage, please. Can graduates please stand up? Masks off. Okay, graduates of 2021, your tassel you grab with your left hand. Look at me, left hand. You then bring it across over to the left. Congratulations, graduates of 2021. On the count of three, you can throw your hat. 1, 2, 3, up! Okay, hello, 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 hello. Great. Graduates, please go back to your places. Please. As I said at the beginning of the ceremony, we will have to leave in an orderly fashion. Please. So we'll have Honor and Rafa and then yourselves, followed by the teachers. We'll have our VIP guests and then the parents. Okay. So Rafa and Honor, thank you so much. Graduates, stand up and make your way towards the back. Parents, the graduates will go through the tunnel. They will come out on the surface just at the back here. So when I lead you out, just walk up there to meet the graduates. Okay? Honor, Rafa, you can lead them out. Come down. Thank you, come down. Yeah, you can take a photo later if you want to come down. Well done. Slowly, enjoy it. Slowly. Well done. Well done. Well done, guys. Thank you. Teachers, if you can stand up, please. Okay. Family and friends, after you. Parents, if we can stay seated, please. Parents, please stay seated. Thank you.